Check it out. Do you know what those are? Right there? Those are future pear trees. So when Fred and I did the big, what was that thing called? Yard sale. Yeah. When we did the yard sale, we stopped and the guy had pears. And they were orchard pears, beautiful pears. And we got thinking, hey, can we grow pear trees like we did apple trees? And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these little tiny guys that have sprouted. So apparently pear trees work the same way as apple trees. Keep them damp, keep them in the fridge because they have to overwinter, and then you plant them. I did not expect some of them to have sprouted. Can you tell what time of year it is? Okay, so believe it or not, it is 2 weeks until we plant the first seeds to get ready for the garden, and there is snow on the ground. So, if you haven't been here before, I'm in zone 5B. That means about the middle of February to the end of February, we start planting certain seeds to go out into the garden. In my case, it's the onions and the leeks. And yes, if you've been here before, I'm going to try the onions again. But we need to go through this mess, see what we have, get rid of all the really, really old seeds, because there's some seeds in here that are really old, and see what we need to get. So, it is time to sort out the garden. So this box, we have been putting stuff in here, old seeds, like really old seeds. There's some seeds we haven't even opened yet, but let's write down what we're going to plant and what we need to get. And then we'll go start going through the seeds. All right, the things that we want to plant this year are lots of peas, beans, yellow beans, carrots, squashes. That's what I know of at the moment. Oh yeah, we're also going to try the corn again. So let's see what we have. First things first. Forgive the shape of the paper, but we think these are melon seeds. So we're pretty sure this came out of that last cantaloupe. Now Fred did write melon on it the other day, so these may or may not be melon seeds. We're not sure. But we're going to plant a few and we'll see what happens. We have the Blue Lake bush beans. So these are the ones that we saved last year. I'm not going to buy any. So these will either grow or they won't. We'll find out. Now this is the bag that we used for the upper garden last year. Let's see what we have left. Now we know we need carrots. I kept the bag so we know. Napoli carrots. We have a few yellow beans. We're not going to buy any more. I'm just going to plant these last few. Now these are still going to go in the upper garden, so I'm going to put it right back in the bag. Okay, the purple beans and the purple peas, they were tasty, but I'm not going to buy any more. They were just for fun. But the packages are a little bit too small to really be useful for what I need. Gone. These here, though, are the peas that I want. The Lincoln Homesteader peas. So we're going to put those on the need list. These tasty green cucumbers, these guys actually were wonderful. They tasted great. Last year was the first year we grew these. And they're long like English cucumbers, and they were so tasty in salads. So those are going back in the upper garden. Now these peas they're called sugar lace. I actually thought they were regular peas, but they're not. These are actually sugar snap peas, so we're not buying any more sugar snap peas. We got a lot of those. I'm going to see where I can put them. All right. Oh, yeah. What are these? Oh, a few other sugar snap peas. We might as well put those in there. No sense in letting them go to waste. These guys are pretty new. So we have winter squash. These are prism squash. These ones were pretty good, but they came up late, so we really didn't get any. So we're gonna put these guys out back again. So these are gonna go on the rows out and behind the house. So we're gonna keep those. We do have a second bag, so we've got 2. The baby Pam pumpkins, we're not gonna plant anymore. This package is also empty, so bye-bye. This one here is that sunshine squash. They're kind of like the Japanese ones that we planted a couple years ago. These were fabulous, and they still are. We have a couple left. These are definitely going back in. Same with this one. This is the Buttercup Burgess squash. Same thing. We have a couple left. Fabulous. Oh, definitely putting that back in. What else is going out back, though, is the corn. We have 2 packages of corn. These are both a little older. We've got the bigger Silver Queen, which is a hybrid corn, and we also have some peaches and cream corn. So these are also going out back to see if we can try corn again. Now this was all in the lower garden. So beet, that's a empty package. We're just gonna get rid of that. Our Swiss chard, yeah, we're gonna keep that. These ones are those long beets. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any more of that, but I'm gonna keep the package and take a look just in case. We have a few rutabagas left that we're gonna plant. Now these ones here, these red ace beets, I wanna get some more of these. These ones came out really, really nice. I was happy with those, like totally happy. So I'm gonna write that one down as a definitely go and get, because if I can get some more of those, oh, that's gonna make me happy. I'm gonna keep the bag just in case. Now the cabbages, I am gonna try these one more time. This is probably gonna be our last time to try cabbage. These will get started the beginning of March. We'll see how they come out. Those will also be going into the lower garden this year. And we have these Manitoba tomatoes. We have a few left. How many do we have? Oh gosh, yeah. So Manitoba tomatoes, these actually came out really nice. I liked these, they're determinate. They're perfect for salads or jars. It's a specifically done for like shorter growing seasons like we have here on PEI. This one, oh, that was tasty. So that means now the other tomatoes we need to get are Roma tomatoes. I have one old package I'm gonna try, but I'm also gonna get one more. Okay, this one here, we know our cantaloupe because that's what we did. We are planting those. We're not sure where yet, but don't need to buy. Now this is everything that was in our salad garden in the raised beds. I'm keeping everything in here listed as raised bed, but it's actually gonna go out back. So we're going to attempt again the herb garden because for some reason I have a hard time with that, but I'm also going to put part of it as the salad garden. So this and these, which is the basil, cilantro, dill, savory, and the parsley, these are all going in that back garden, but we're gonna buy some sage as well because I love sage and I would love to try and grow enough that we can keep it. Alrighty. Also for out back, remember that heritage pumpkin that we cut up? Check it out. I have the seeds. Look how big they are. Look at that. Oh, I'm gonna put this in the rear garden bag, which is this bag. We do have some other melon seeds and some cucumber seeds. Now we're not 100% sure where these are gonna go or if they'll germinate, but we're gonna give those a try. Watermelon. So these seeds came from a watermelon that we had bought from a farm. And we figured, why not? Let's try growing a couple watermelon. Now, I'm not 100% sure where these are gonna go yet because they will trail. They'll probably go out back, but I guess we'll find out. We're gonna try celery again. Now, I did read up a little bit better on how it's done. So I do have to start them in the house. And they should be a little bit bigger before we transplant them, and they do require a lot of water. So I gotta find a good spot for these. Probably the little garden over by where the raised beds are. See how they come out. Okay, now we do have 2 that are going to be going into pots. We've got this Black Beauty eggplant. That's going to be out on the deck. And these Valley Green peppers. Now, these aren't hot. They're just peppers, like sweet pepper or sweet chili. They're not super hot, is what I should say. But I'm going to put these in pots out on the deck. The eggplants grew last year, which was really cool, but the birds really liked them. So I never got any eggplants. All right, so these will be in pots. All right, we're getting there. We are getting there. I think I sorted them out. Oh, so sorting the seeds was a big job, so I didn't show you guys the rest of that. That was an absolute mess. But we are almost ready to start putting seeds in dirt and get them ready for planting, even though there's about 1.5 feet snow outside. But let me show you what we did this year back there. So it's a little bit dusty. There's stuff underneath, but this is our canning shelf. See? Ta-da! But if you remember, we used this last year to put the seeds on, but I kind of took it over. And we brought in the little greenhouse. So this is what we've done. We quite literally just put some wood down. So we'll have the greenhouse. I have the 2 lights there. The one big light is up. The second big light will go down here. And just a couple of old towels to protect the veggies, to keep them dark in there, because these lights will be on. But before I show you what else we had done, look. Ta-da! Look at the pear trees. Isn't that phenomenal? Now, they do need to be watered from the feel of them, but I'll take care of that here once we're done talking. Okay, guys, so if you remember that mess that we had at the beginning, I do have quite a few old seeds that need to go, but not too many. And I have done a rough plan of what we're actually going to plant. So we've got the rows in behind the house. We've got the pots and the deck. I've got the upper garden, the little garden, the lower garden, and the herb garden. Oh my gosh. But, oh my gosh, apparently Yuki has been on the table. Looks like I'm going to be washing that again. Anyway, this is what I did. We quite literally put bags for everything. So we've got the little garden and the raised beds, which are peppers, carrots, etc. and so forth. We've got the 4 rows mapped so far out back, which are going to be the squashes, the corns, the watermelon, stuff like that. We've got the herb garden. Now, let's talk about the herb garden. Now, the herb garden is the garden right behind the house. Now, I showed it to you a couple of times, but it just kind of seriously went to pot. I mean, it's a mess. We're going to rip pretty much everything out of there except for the chives in the one corner and the one flowering bush that's in the back corner, and the rest of it's going to be empty. We're going to empty it all out, clean it all up, dig it right up. And that way, hopefully it'll actually be usable. I'm going to put some annual herbs back there like sage, but I'm going to see if we can get the salad garden to grow back there. So last year I put the salad garden in those 2 new raised beds, and that worked out really well. But I'm going to put them out back this time because the 2 raised beds this year are totally full of garlic. So yeah, that's going to be quite the job. All right, so we do have what we're putting in pots on the deck. Now that's also going to be where the eggplant is going to go this year, because last year the eggplant grew, but the crows had way too much fun with those. And I actually want the eggplant this year. Now this is the upper garden. Now the upper garden is going to be Fred's potatoes. But we're also going to put the string of peas down there as well. Now, there's just a little chunk of this, which these are a really good pea, but these are a cool pea, I got the little package of asparagus I want to use up that you guys can't see. But these are a bush pea. That blew me away, like an actual bush pea as opposed to a climbing pea. So we want to see how they work out. Now, I know there's only one package listed for the upper garden, but we're going to be covering a good chunk of that upper garden so we can, you know, kill off a lot of the stuff that's underneath. We have a straight up flower bag this year. We've got some wildflowers. We also have another package of flowers. Sunflowers in there. There's a few, what else was in there? I think there's a few zinnias left. No, marigolds left as well, which I need to get some more of. These are going to be scattered around the gardens. See if we can get some more bees in, because bees are good. This is just our herbs that we're going to be planting out back. This is the lower garden. Look at this mess. So we did save beans last year. I'm not buying any beans. I want to see how they go. I've got a large bag of peas in there. There's cucumbers, there's tomatoes, there's beets. Oh, that one is going to be, that's a lot of work. We also have a bag this year called No Plant. So I decided this year I'm not going to plant any brassicas. So a brassica is basically cabbages, cauliflowers, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, things like that. Because I haven't found a way yet to safely keep this one little moth from eating them away. Because the moth go in there, get the little worms, and it just eats the veggies. I found lots of methods, I should say, that can take care of it, but not methods I'm comfortable using. The pesticides and things, no. I'm going to try and keep the garden as clean as I can. Same as I always do. But this one is officially the no plant bag, so no brassicas this year. Now our last bag is called No Home Yet. Basically some random things in there. There's some sugar snap peas. There's some, oh, what else is in there? Swiss chard, stuff like that. So I figure as I plant things in there and as we fill in the gardens, if I have a quarter of a row left over, I have stuff that I can put in them. Now there's one new seed that I picked up that I kind of always wanted to try. He technically doesn't have a home yet, and they are scarlet runner beans. I'm not sure if you ever seen scarlet runner beans. The flowers are fabulous. Even if you don't eat the beans, they're really, really good at attracting bees. So like I said, I'm not really 100% sure where I'm going to put them yet. I'll probably build some like teepee type forms, possibly, if I can get some decent wood for them, and just kind of maybe tuck them around here and there. Not too sure yet, but I've always wanted to try them, and Vestie's had them. So, yay. But anyway, that is what we're doing and what we're planting. I'll show you what we're planting as we do the seeds. And I also have a new garden journal. Now, my friends gave me this really big garden journal, and I'm right in love with it, and I used it the first year, but I kind of gotten into my head that I don't want to wreck it either. Which is, I know, it's silly. I mean, it's a perfectly good garden journal. It's a fabulous garden journal. It's a great garden plan, everything, but I don't want to damage it. And I used it once, and then I felt bad because I wrote in it. I mean, how sad is that? Pretty sad. But anyway, the one my sister gave me is just a simple little one. See? Ta-da! Basically, I'm putting in there what it is, when I planted it, when it germinated, all the fun stuff. And I'm also can put a note for each one as to where it's going to be planted. So as I do the seeds for the garden, the transplants, I guess I should say, for the garden, I'm going to put them in the little book that my sister got me. I won't feel so bad. Sorry, sis. I'm not going to feel bad writing all over this one. And I'll know what I'm planting this year because, you know, I seriously need to be more organized. Totally more organized. But anyway, you guys will see what's in all these bags as we go. And we're going to get, I can't believe I'm thinking about the garden. We have 20 centimeters of snow coming, and I'm thinking about the garden. Alrighty, everybody, that's it for today, but that's our actual first garden video of 2025. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. I can't believe it. But we're going to be starting transplants soon. Not transplants. We're going to be starting seeds soon for transplants. And let's start this 2025 adventure, shall we? So have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time as we do our Simpler Life here on PEI. Bye for now.